right, so welcome into the Commanders post-game show. The Commanders lose to the Vikings 20-17, and I'm going to keep it real sharp.
Yeah.
This one hurt me a lot.
This is tough.
It was tough.
Tough pill to swallow.
Because they could have won.
Absolutely. They could have won. In the fourth quarter, they were up 17-7. 17-7 in the fourth quarter, and then they gave up 13 unanswered points, lost this game by 3. Charles Leno put it best in the locker room when he said, "I know how the Colts felt last week."
The thing about it is, we'll talk about it, and we want you, the fans, to get involved as well. Comment on our Facebook page or whatever you're streaming live on Twitter as well. We'll read your questions, answer those questions. We want to get you involved. The defense, we're going to talk about them later. I felt like they were consistently good, except for maybe one play. Actually, you know what? That was more special teams.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one in a little bit. On the offensive side,
The defense kept them in it. Absolutely.
yeah, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, they did give up that first touchdown at the beginning of the game. You know, Justin Jefferson, one of the best
Real
receivers
good.
in the league. He's
Real
gonna
good.
get his.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that what you're mentioning, that they were up going into the fourth quarter, I really felt like they were going to seal the deal on this one, because usually, as of late, when Taylor Heinicke was a quarterback, they figured out a way to get the job done.
Absolutely.
And then,
Yeah, it was tough to watch. It was tough to watch the downfall, if you will, in the fourth quarter. And yeah, it was real tough for Ron Rivera to watch as well. Here's what he had to say after the game.
We had some opportunities. We didn't take advantage of the opportunities. You know, there are enough mistakes to go around for everybody.
Yeah, it's frustrating, especially when you're, you have a chance to win the game and we had the ball in our hands, and that's definitely when that kind of stings a little bit more, because you put yourself in a situation to win the game against a very good team, and when you don't come out with those, you start thinking back what play you could have did to do better.
It's mainly frustration. I'm a big team guy, have been always growing up, and all that matters is the win. We all pitch in with our individual efforts, but I'm mainly frustrated that we didn't come out with a win. So we'll come out next week and make it happen.
so now after the Commanders lose 20-17 to the Vikings, that snaps a 3-game losing streak. They've now lost 3 straight games against the Minnesota Vikings. And get this, a lot of people didn't really hear about this one. It actually snaps a 5-game winning streak in the month of November. It was actually their longest winning streak in the month of November since 1985 to 1987, when they won 8 straight games during this month.
And we just heard Terry and Dax talking about how frustrated they are. And I think those sentiments were echoed throughout the locker room, and especially with Taylor Heinicke. He's the guy under center. He's the guy leading this team, and he's very frustrated at some of the plays that he made, namely that interception.
Yeah, he overthrew Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas is a very tall guy.
Yeah.
And, I really wanted Heinicke to get this win, because he was actually signed by the Minnesota Vikings out of college, out of Old Dominion. It was the first team that kind of almost believed in him, but it was also the first team that cut him. Now, Heinicke did mention that this wasn't any like a payback game or anything like that. But he was kind of overshadowed by the Kirk Cousins return, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And you knew that Taylor Heinicke, who plays like every game is his last game, that this one really hurt him a little bit more.
Me personally, no one's going to be harder on me than myself, and it goes back to that interception for me. Yeah, it hurts. Again, the amount of stuff that this team kind of goes through, and for them to come in every day and just keep working and focusing on ball, you see it out there, and the guys keep fighting. So against a really good team, 6-1 now 7-1, if to have them up, right there and kind of give it away, it hurts.
How would you assess his 3 games so far then as a starter?
A roller coaster ride, man. It's when you watch him and you watch him do the things that he does. When he's running the operation out there, he's very confident. He makes a lot of good decisions in terms of where to throw the ball. A couple times it comes out hot and high, but I mean it's been well enough to give us a chance to win.
So Heinicke, as a starter, loses his first game of the season. No sneakers for him this time. We won't see any purple and white or purple and gold sneakers. We talked about that defense, which was hanging in there the entire game, Charlotte.
Yeah, the defense. I mean, they put Kirk Cousins down in that turf quite a few times.
Daron Payne hit him hard.
Yeah.
He gave him a little pat on the butt because they were teammates here in Washington.
Yeah, so, Kirk Cousins, he even admitted after the game in his presser a little ways ago, he said that, they gave him a tough time today. That defense really came up big. But you know what? At the end of the game, that John Ridgway penalty really
Ridgway.
hurt them. So for those of you that maybe missed the last 2.5 minutes of
explain
the
it to the
game,
people.
tied at 17. Now Minnesota kicks a field goal, 2017, but then whistle is blown. John Ridgway called on that penalty. So then now they get the ball back. You're like, you know what? We don't really want that field goal right there. We're going to now keep it a little more and maybe go in for the touchdown, but they had no plans to go in for the touchdown. They made that very clear.
Yeah, this is what Ron Rivera said when basically they were avoiding scoring a touchdown. They were
To run out
basically
the clock.
they were running side to
Absolutely.
side rather
Yeah.
than north and
To
south.
run out the clock.
We did, but they were going sideways. I mean, they were not going into the line of scrimmage, and that became very evident. So we told them, try and get the ball out, do the best you can, but they were not going towards the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It was a tough loss, bro.
So you had Deron Payne, a man of few words there. But yeah, Rivera was saying that they were going to let them score. That was part of their strategy because there was about 2 minutes left in the game. And he was saying, yeah, you know what, just let them score. And then we get 2 minutes back on that clock to give it to Taylor Heinicke and see what he can do. But again, the Vikings were like, no, not so fast.
Yeah, that's when I got frustrated. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people were frustrated because they were like, let him score.
Yeah.
But Ron Rivera
He
says
was trying.
we were trying to let him score,
Yeah.
pick him up, throw him in the end zone.
Yeah.
So it was a difficult situation. Like, you don't really practice that
Right.
in that particular situation. So the defense steps up, offense up and down, Taylor Heinicke.
Yeah.
So the Commanders lose, the Vikings win, and it's in that homecoming game for Kirk Cousins, who
Right.
in this hallway right here would walk out onto the field as a Washington
Yeah.
the former name
Yeah,
for
6
for
seasons
many
he's been
years.
here.
Yeah, until he
Absolutely.
left after that 2017-18 season.
It's a little emotional for him.
It was,
he
yeah,
had some good memories, as he said back here. And here's also what he had to say about, walking back into this facility.
I just had a lot of really warm emotions and a lot of gratitude for the fact that I got to play here, that I had the privilege of being here for 6 years. And as we pulled in with our buses, I could see that, home player parking lot where I remember walking out, to meet my family and to see, teammates and coaches, the Sean McVays of the world that you'd, visit with after a game. And just, it kind of made me emotional pulling in on the bus, just thinking about that and kind of where things have gone. And just so grateful I got to play here and got to play for the coaches I did.
Yeah, you can tell it really meant a lot to Kirk, especially to get the win in the place he used to play. But yeah, a great win for the Vikings.
Yeah, what's funny is after a big win by Cousins in this locker room, he walked by and he was like, you like that. And it was actually a cool moment when I saw a fan that had David Satchel caught on our video. It's actually on our Twitter page, signing that you like that type of poster. So even though Cousins is not here, a lot of people still appreciate his time here in D.C.
Absolutely.
You know what you appreciate and the whole world appreciates?
Suit it or boot it.
Drop the beat. We need something positive in this particular game. And of course,
absolutely.
Logan Thomas is being positive with the fatigue jacket, his military appreciation
Yeah,
day.
salute to service game.
So what do you think?
I like it because of the theme, because it's salute to service. As you guys probably noticed when you were watching the game, they had the Commanders logo in camo in the end zone. They had the W in the center of the field in camo. And then I like that Logan Thomas also rocking the camo and kind of going with the theme.
I feel like I can't boot it. You can't. I mean, anything military
Yeah,
related,
right?
like you can't boot it. But I would rock that jacket. So realistically, I would suit it.
I'll suit it.
I'll probably just be a little bit more fly in my game or something like that. Now, if we go to our next one, we both said suited, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Chris Paul, he's one of the offensive linemen for Washington. Obviously, elections are coming up.
Yep, on Tuesday, 2 days
and
out.
He's rocking the DMV vote jacket.
I love that.
I mean, not
love
jacket,
that.
but shirt.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we always say how important it is, to get out there and vote. I strongly believe that, we have a privilege to vote. And I love that, he decided to let his voice be heard, show up in the DMV votes. I like it.
So I wonder if he lives in Maryland or like Virginia. Because,
Maybe
he practices all the time in
Yeah,
Virginia.
true.
That's a
Yeah.
long drive
Yeah.
if you're going to live in Maryland.
Where is he voting?
I don't know. But I mean, he's promoting the DMV vote, so maybe he lives in Maryland. I'm saying suited. That's
Yep,
another
I'm
one.
gonna say suited, too.
That's another one of those where you can't.
Yeah, you can't
boot it.
Okay.
All right. How about your boy Montez Sweat, who's always impressed us during suited or booted this year?
Well, impressed is an interesting way to say it. No, this is a boot it. I don't know what's going on. The all maroon situation.
It's burgundy. Burgundy
It looks
and gold,
like
Charlotte.
scrubs. It looks like burgundy scrubs. Like he's about to go scrub in for surgery, and that's what he needed to wear.
See, I was thinking more like some of the old clothes like they wear for in the West Coast, like back in the '90s, like Bone Thugs Harmony from Cincinnati.
I'm
but
not about it. I know he's
but
trying with the team colors, but no. This is a boot it. This is kick it far, far away.
Can I suit the top and boot the bottom?
No, that's
the
not how this
bottom's too baggy.
No, it's the whole outfit. The whole outfit. It's either take it or leave it. Montez Sweat.
All right, let me get one last look. Yeah, I'm a boot it. Yeah.
Okay, that's a boot it. That's a unanimous boot it there.
Listen, I tried. What do you, the fans, think? Comment on our Facebook page. I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for our fan reaction.
Okay.
Now, not sure if I don't have any reactions.
We don't have the computers in front of us. It's raining outside, which is why we're in this lovely
Yeah,
tunnel.
ad-lib
For
for a
those that
little
haven't
bit
been here,
as I look for our
and for those
comments.
that haven't been here to a game or get the privilege to come in here in the tunnel, this is where we are. This new signage is just up this year. They didn't have that before, so it gives us a little bit of a backdrop when we have to come inside because
Keep
of the
ad-libbing.
rain.
Because I don't have any comments yet.
All right,
I got to
so
get to them.
He's pulling up his Facebook. There we go. You can kind of see. Look, this is the tunnel. This is where the players come in every single game, and fans wait outside hoping to get an autograph or a glimpse or maybe a selfie with a player. And then this is where we walk, and the field is right down there. That's the entrance that you see. Oh, Satchel's going to spin that around. There you go. There is the entrance that the players go take the field.
I'm going to run on the field.
And Darren's going to mimic what they do. Fans are often lined up here, and they get to kind of shake their hands as they go. And we hope to not get run over when they come running out. So yeah, this is the inside tunnel of the Washington Commanders.
I just lost 20-17.
Yeah. There we go.
All right,
Did you find
so
any good
I do
comments
have
there?
some comments. All right,
Okay,
I
okay.
do have some comments. Leanthony New Day says,
Okay.
"How can you play confidently and emotionally with a huge distraction in the front office?"
Yeah, I mean,
Can't
that's
ignore
true.
that.
We didn't really mention that this week. It's an ongoing thing with Dan Snyder. And will he sell the team? Is he selling a minority stake in the team to acquire capital to purchase a new stadium? We don't know. But there's a lot going on, talk outside of the football field. But these guys, we talked to them last week about that, and they said their job is to play football. Let's get real. They're out here to get that paycheck, to win some football games. And so they really put the blinders on, especially during the football season when it comes to outside distractions.
So I did a CBS Sports hit this morning, and one of the things that they mentioned are like, we've been talking about all the distractions all week. There's still a big football game going on, and that's what consumed, I know, my workflow throughout the entire week. You as well were covering that story. One thing I didn't hear today, which was pretty interesting, and you know what, someone probably did chant it, we just didn't hear from the press box. I didn't hear anybody chant sell the team.
I didn't either. Instead,
Maybe because
we were
they were
hearing,
winning majority of the game.
Yeah, I mean, they were winning. It was a great game for the first 3.5 quarters. So we were hearing chants like Heinicke. We were hearing.
You like that?
You like that?
Which,
yeah.
Obviously trolling Cousins on the other side.
So yeah, no sell the team chants.
Brad Deere, and I
Okay.
think maybe we'll use this in our final thought, aka
Ooh,
the
okay.
benediction. Says they will win next week against Philadelphia.
I like
you
it.
want to
I
save
like
that?
it.
You want to save that for our final thought?
Okay.
Let's see. Mary Carver says they will win. They're trying very hard. They look good out there. If they would have started Heinicke, would have been 7-1.
Oh, she's saying if Heinicke was playing from the start of this season, and I think that is a question that has come up that Ron Rivera's been asked as well. Is there going to be a quarterback controversy at all when Carson Wentz is healthy enough to return to the field? Obviously, the Commanders have always said, Carson Wentz is their starting quarterback. Carson Wentz is their guy who they're paying almost $30 million to. But, Taylor Heinicke keeps winning. He didn't win today, but let's say he beats the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles.
You got to keep
next
them in
week.
there. Hands down.
Absolutely.
Listen, this team is playing 10 times better than they ever played before all season long.
Yep.
Carson Wentz, when he was the starting quarterback, he wasn't a guy who could avoid the pressure like Taylor Heinicke.
He gets out of the pocket, and that's huge. He's able to scramble, run.
Wentz was getting sacked almost 4 times a game. Taylor Heinicke coming into this game was
9
literally
times the one game. 9 times
no,
against the Eagles.
for average 4 times a game when he was a
That one game,
quarterback.
yeah.
Taylor Heinicke averaging just a sack and a half.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference because Heinicke
Right.
can escape with
Right.
with his legs. And I see another comment here who was mentioning that Mary Carver says Wentz is a waste of money. I don't want to be that
Yeah.
harsh on somebody, but I think we're getting every bit of
They're paying
money
a lot.
we're paying Taylor Heinicke to help this football team.
Absolutely.
I think he's only
Absolutely.
getting like a couple million or something
Yeah,
like that, which
I think
is a lot
it
of
was
money.
like $2
but
million
still.
a year. But and he gets incentives when he wins, $125,000, and a new pair of Jordans. All right, I think
Right.
that's a good transition. Let's go into our final thought. Let's
Yeah, what do you
let's
think?
look ahead.
Do you have any?
Yeah,
any
I think-
slow music. Any?
I mean, I honestly don't think that the Philadelphia Eagles can stay undefeated throughout the entire season.
Oh,
I don't.
No, you take the. I'm gonna
I
take.
know.
Go. No, go. This is your
They're
moment.
a great team.
You-
They're a really
I heard
good
what
team.
you
We
just
saw
said.
them
That's a-
play here.
that's a
I don't
headline.
think that they are going to stay undefeated the entire season. I think someone's going to have to come in and do something, and I think it could be that Heinicke moxie, if you will. I think that they have a little bit. Oh, what's the word? Like they're angry, they're frustrated. They're going to go into Philadelphia next week. They're going to want that win. They're going to show that they are a good football team. They're going to want to prove everyone wrong on Monday Night Football, prime time stage. I say that this loss only lit a fire, and that Heinicke and company are going to go into Philadelphia and they're going to win. I'm going to say 2017, same score. Where'd you go?
All right. Okay.
2017.
Let us pray for Charlotte.
Oh.
Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, we're gathered here today to let Charlotte know that the Commanders will not beat the Philadelphia Eagles next week. I don't care if it's a Monday night and it's prime time. We know in the past that the Commanders have struggled on Monday night despite winning a few just recently. The Eagles are just too good. They can't play against running quarterbacks, and the Eagles do have one. And I feel like a lot of that
Really good
momentum,
one.
a lot of that energy that the Commanders had leading up into this game has now gone out the window. They will still play well, but I believe that they're going to lose, not in a tight game. They will get beaten really, really bad, and I'm going to say 28-7. The final. Amen.
Well, I hope
and if
it's
they
not that.
and if they beat the Eagles, Charlotte,
Yeah.
we're going to be in Philly. I will run one lap around the stadium.
Around the link?
Around the link.
Okay.
One lap around the link.
It's a big stadium.
High knees. I'll do high knees.
High knees around the link.
Around
All
the
right,
link.
going through South Philly. I like it. Well, that's what will be next week. That's Monday Night Football, so they have a lot of time to kind of rest, reflect, relax, but then get ready. Ooh, good alliteration on me.
Proud
That's
of you.
nice. Thanks.
That's good.
Have a
Hey,
good
check her
one.
out tonight, 11 o'clock.
That's
WSA
right.
9. Tune in. She's anchoring the news, and then we're doing sports as well.
You know,
From
but
here.
everything.
Which
Yeah.
would be kind of weird. It'd be like teleporting.
I'm going to teleport coming up at 11. It's something you've never seen before. Thanks for tuning in, guys.